Today we look at how to do Vipassana in supposing I have good control over the breath and then I'm able to watch it, then I should be able to get into Jhana. So how do I verify? That would be an interesting thought. Is that before I start doing anything, I need to just relax for a few minutes and then look at world in a different perspective, because now I've come from, let's say I just gone out, a lot of activities. Now when I want to do Vipassana, the mind is not yet ready to penetrate. So what I need to do is just sit for a few minutes doing nothing. Nothing as in nothing. No mobile, no browsing, no reading, nothing. Can I focus my attention on some object, some blank object? Can be any object, but just blank object. Now, can I sit silently doing exactly nothing? Okay. And when I push it like that, the breath will start to take over, because that's a best activity I can do. Okay. So I'm just sitting. I'm not doing anything. No closing eyes either. Okay. Now, the first thing I need to do is to look at the hindrances. So I sit here and I'm feeling bored. I've done something. Let's say today, one thing happened. Generally, I get curds near my home. So I went to the booth and the booth was closed. So I thought there's another booth down. So I went there, that is also closed. And then I had to come back home to go to another place. So I had to take my vehicle. So I took my scooter, but I forgot to take the mobile phone because payment cannot be made. So I went almost halfway through and realized I don't have the phone. I came back. And my wife was saying that you can bring it later. I said, no, I'll bring it. Then there was discussion. Then I said, I'll take bath and I'll go. Then she said, why don't you eat and go also? So again, some discussions. And then it was almost 8 o'clock when I started. By the time I came back, it was 8:15 or so. Just 15 minutes, not much. But there's so much of commotion. It was a required commotion. It's not that it was not required, but still a commotion. Now, if I want to do Vipassana, it's not possible. I'm not at all in a mindset to do it. So, what do I do? Just sit. Now, when I sit, what happens? Very simple thing that happens is boredom starts. So, it very clearly shows Kamachanda has arrived. Where there's nothing to feel bored. Then I persist on that object. Let's say I have this object in front of me. Okay, I keep it here. So then I put a timer, some timer. There's nothing, no time, just a timer. Just keeps on running, some number running. Then I keep on watching it, not staring, watching. As I start watching, looking at it, the breath becomes more and more refined. Then I take an in breath and out breath. So automatically, first time I take breath at 4 seconds. That is assuming a 4 second thing on my timer. Then exhale 8 seconds. No stop in between breath. Slowly, that 4 seconds will remain and automatically it stops. Stops with 1 second, stops with 2 seconds, stops with 3 seconds, stops with 4 seconds. So it became a box. So in fact, there's a technique called as boxed breathing. Okay. So 4 inhalation, stopping 4. And now my exhalation is 8. So it comes 8 and 4, stop. So 4, 4, 4, and 8. If I don't want 8, I can make it as 4, which becomes a box. It's not that I'm doing it, it's happening because I'm watching this. And the counter. When I say the counter, timer, just go here. Those people who don't know, there's a timer. Stopwatch. Next to stopwatch is this number. So if press start, this keeps on going like this. That's what I want. I don't need anything except that. So the fun part I do is I keep this bottle and I keep the timer or this stopwatch like this. And my objective is to watch that number. It's just random number, but where? Then I can do a box. After 15-20 minutes, all that commotion of buying curds and this and that goes away. Okay. After it is gone, drowsiness takes over. Because that counter, I feel bored again. So drowsiness. Now I know drowsiness has arrived. So what should I do? Just take a small walk and again come and sit. Then again start watching. Then restlessness takes over. I want to do something. No, I'm sitting here. And I'm watching the breath. Now I do watching, observing the out breath more and more, which then activates vagus nerve. So I feel calmed. So the sympathetic nervous system response is gone. So what I wanted to show to you is this. Now, when I tested, I am exactly in the middle between sympathetic response and a parasympathetic. It's showing 10 out of 10. Okay. The very nice thing. That means I'm in the middle. Yesterday I showed Bobby and I got 10. Today also I got 10. So it's exactly showing you are in the middle, Majjhima. Okay, now what I can do? I'm ready. I can go to the Jhana because that's the next step for me. So when I'm watching the breath, there's no kamachanda or vivicheva kamehi, the kama is not there. Akusala dhamma, these five hindrances, because I didn't have any doubt to begin with. So I'm not taking that. The only thing would have come is kamachanda vyapada. And then anyway, I don't have vyapada at this time. It can be only kamachanda, drowsiness, which is thinamida, and visikicha. And kukucha will not come because I've not broken any precept to get worried or guilt consciousness. So only three things. And now I don't have. And now when I am not having it, something magic happens. And the magic is that I'm in first jhana. And I have a bubbling of piti and a relaxed feeling, which is sukha. And I have equanimity in the background, upekha. Now I stay there for a few minutes, let's say, and I will then wish, may I enter into second jhana. And the mind, meaning the consciousness, automatically gets into piti. Now I'm ready for Vipassana. I'm ready. The whole thing is ready. Now, what Vipassana you want to do? That shouldn't come. Again, it creates Visikicha. So, what I do is, I know what I want to observe. It's a five khandhas, that's it. What else do I want to observe? But this time around, I have considered a nice phrase from Buddha, which is there in many suttas, and Maha Sakuladai Sutta, MN 77. In that one section, which I am most interested, I am Kayo, this body, Mahabhutiko, okay, Mata Pettika Sambhavo, okay, Odana Kummasa Upachayo, okay, Anichu Uchadana Parimadhana Vedana Dhammo, fine. And Vijnana is attached to it. That's my Vipassana for now. So that I can penetrate, and I penetrate Samatha Vipassana goes together. And for Samatha to be there, I should have had Indriya Samvara, which I've done. So when I kept the curds, whatever was asked for, and 8:15 when I came back, I think I was here on the chair at 8:20. So I looked at, is there any resource being used? Sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. So if these five are not there, then there are not mental proliferation as mano upavichara, which are 18 of them. So don't have. Okay. Now with this thing, this tells me HRV and other things. This one, if I put it to my chest, I can find this one, what I just now showed, this 10 out of 10. Okay, so showing great balance. It's saying, great job. Compared to your recent baseline, you should be able to train harder and handle more stress today. And respiration rate yesterday was 3 a minute. Now it is showing 4. Okay. And then it is showing how my habits have changed and so many things are here. So anyway, so this polar H10 is exactly measuring my ECG along with the HRV computation, and then telling me that, are you on a parasympathetic drive or on a sympathetic drive or in the middle? If it's middle, it gives me 10. If it is not middle, it reduces. If I'm more on parasympathetic, that means I'm out of balance. If I'm a sympathetic, anyway, I'm out of balance. If I'm in sympathetic nervous system, I can't get into Jhana, can't get into Vipassana because it's a stress mode. If I'm parasympathetic fully, then it is sleep mode, rest and digest. This is fight and flight. So my objective is to get this 10, right? And yesterday, if I see I have 10, which I showed to Bobby. But if I show you on Monday, it is showing 7. And if I show you on Sunday, showing 4. Because I'm on sympathetic nervous system. Why? Because I had some discussions. So now I understand why VRI does not allow you to talk. And why at our meditation center, people don't get benefit because they speak. That's the only difference. But I don't have a policeman there to say, shh, no talking, no talking, no talking, no talking. That was the only difference. So if I talk, like just now what I showed you, it brings to 4. It's elevated abnormally. It says your sympathetic activity appears to be abnormally elevated. Consider active recovery and or guided breathing reading to enhance recovery. So this has its own breathing techniques to bring down the too much of talking, energy drained by talking. So one thing I request all of you is do not talk. If you want to get into exact middle, don't talk. Unless it is required to talk. If you talk, then don't do Vipassana. Because you're not in Samatha. And I'm showing you scientifically or equipment or whatever that is. Okay, if you want, you can buy it. Not too expensive, but then it's a waste if you just want to just buy for the sake of buying it. But if you have too much money, you can buy it. It's absolutely not an issue. I bought it just to show you how it works. Okay. Now, coming back to the scenario, I don't have 5 hindrances, and I'm at present, as I speak, I'm in second jhana. As I speak, not saying as I sit on a cushion. No, as I speak. Now, to make it even more better, I can push myself to the 4th jhana. So, what happens? If at this moment I take a couple of minutes from you and practically enter into 4th jhana, so which I'll do now. Exactly 2 minutes. It's 8:51 here. So give me 2 minutes. Okay. Now there is a slowdown. That means I have to choose the words. So here is the problem. I don't have vachi sankhara, vitakka vichara. Then the kaya sankhara, asapassa, is pretty low. It's only running on mano sankhara, which is feeling and perception. So, since it is leaning towards parasympathetic, it slows down the entire system. So, the best is to be on second than on fourth, because you don't like to interact with anyone or anything. But fourth jhana is the best for Vipassana. So, considering that I'm in fourth now, and knowing for myself I'm in fourth, let me start on Vipassana. On that thing, what I spoke about. Mahasakuladai Sutta. So, this rupee, what I do is from the top of the head to the tip of the toe, I observe, not closed eyes, open eyes. It is just a skeleton. In fourth jhana, I don't have to get into kesa, loma, naka, danta, etc. It just shows you the skeleton. There's nothing out there. So I know the skeleton has holes. This entire thing is a hole. This everything is nothing being there. just like cotton being filled up, or like a puppet or doll or a stuffed object. So, having seen for myself this state, what I can now do is to see how it came into existence because of my mother and father. I feel filled with gratitude that they have given me this body. And then I've been getting food. Udana kummasa upachayo, growing by porridge and rice. Now what does it what? From the time I have come out of the womb, there has been washing going on, which is uchadana. Then it required perfuming because it smells. Then it requires clothing. Then it requires maintenance. That means you have to do this bathing thing and cleaning the private parts every day. No skipping. Now I see there are no homes without a toilet. And there are no homes without a bathing area. And there are no homes without a soap or a detergent. And there are no homes without a shampoo. I don't see any home without a curtain. Why? You need to cover the private part. So you have to put curtain because somebody will watch. So you have to cover the shameful parts. So there are no homes without that. There are no homes without kitchen. And there are no homes without oil, body oil, lotion, sunscreen, cold cream, whatever. There are no homes without moisturizers, shave gels, and blades, and other kind of toiletries. So that means there are no homes without body maintenance. That's my first Vipassana. So in whichever home I go, I need to request for a washroom. I can't care much whether they like me using it or not. Right? It's a must. So my first Vipassana is on this body to maintain this skeletal body. Anicca. Why? Because you have to keep on maintaining. And there should be, I forgot another place, a wash basin to throw out from the mouth. There are no homes without toothpaste as well. So I sit closely watching that. And then slowly it pulls me out of everything that I am known as mine into the next section, which is Uchadana, because I need to be doing all of this again and again and again and again and again, which is why it is samsara. It's repetition, circling, samsarana. And now I also find that I need to change my posture. If I'm standing, I can't stand forever. I need to sit. If I'm sitting, I can't sit forever. I need to stand. And in Apple Watch also, it shows time for standing if I'm sitting. It prompts, Vilas, you've been sitting for long, please stand. Now, if I stand, it says you're standing for long, please sit. Now, after sitting and standing, I feel tired. I lie down. Then just lying down will not happen. Then I have to turn this side and that side, this side, that side. Then, after these three postures, I need to walk. So, nothing I can do. Then, every few moments, I need to swallow the saliva. Again, it comes. Again, swallow. Again, it comes. Again, you swallow. What a waste of time. And then, itching will be everywhere, wherever it itches. Hey, this is maintenance activity, right? So that means I need to take care. Otherwise, it breaks. So, anichuchadana, parimadana, hedana, vidhamsana, dhammo. So now I am in the section of understanding uchadana and parimadana. So, parimadana means that it not only requires constant maintenance, it also requires something needs to be done. Just maintenance will not be sufficient. You have to take care. And if you take care, there is no guarantee that it will be like that. Just because I'm taking care. That means it may not. Okay. So, what do you suggest me to do? Nothing, sir. You need to be massaging it all the time. So, you need to be anointing, washing, cleaning, clothing, perfuming, massaging, kneading, rubbing, shifting positions. and postures. And comes the third one, Bhedana, is to fall apart, break. I could see it is breaking. If I focus on the joints, skin, that's sufficient. Dry skin is nothing but breaking, right? And joints, pain, because breaking. So every joint, and you can ask somebody who has got chikungunya, is the right person to tell you what is pain in joints. Because then you know how many joints are there. And all joints pain because it is breaking apart. Okay. Just like a glass is already broken, it's leaking. And the best breaking point, you know what it is? Sweat. It comes out everywhere. Leaks. Supposing somebody has put $1 million t-shirt, it says you will not see sweat. No, it will be there. He has paid 5 million for a perfume bottle, still cannot stop it. In Burj Al Arab in Dubai, you go on the top floor, you have toilets made out of gold, but the shit doesn't have gold. He's paid good amount of money to stay there. Fair. But your shit is not made out of gold. Yeah. Why are you shitting? Because breaking. Why am I urinating? Breaking. So can't stop it. So the first one, what I spoke about, anicca, uchadana, parimadana, shows me anicca nature. The bedhana shows me the dukkha nature. And the next one, parimadhana, wherein Goenka technique on the 6th day or 7th day or 8th day or 9th day, they get bhanga. They put so much of effort to get bhanga. When you can get this bhanga in 5 minutes. Why? Parimadhana is that disintegrating. So now, since I'm in Vipassana or Vipassana, I can penetrate. That means the mind can penetrate into it. So the solidity vanishes, showing the atomic nature of the body, which is called bubbles. So actually, they are not particles seen, experienced by any meditator in VRI. He sees it as bubbles, something moving around. And if anybody has got Bhanga Jnana can speak whether what I'm saying is right or wrong. Because from what I experienced also was that. So this bubbling, not the bubbles as bubbles, is you can put it as bubbles, but can be like particles or whatever you can call. The solidity is removed. So you get into seeing anatta nature. of that. So you have seen anicca, dukkha, anatta, which is what Vipassana is all about. So the body is seen scattering every moment. And the best part, even the Vipassana in Goenka technique, they can see the atoms are not touching. They're just arising and passing away. So they're called kalapas. Okay. So you can see just coming and going and coming and going and coming and going. So you can't say this atom or this particle is me. That's gone. Another particle. That particle is me. No. So you see anatta. And after a while, I can integrate it back. And now when I come back, I know I have experienced something profound. And that makes me either a Sakadagami or an Anagami or an Arhat. Because the I is gone. So when I come back, I can find for some reason I don't have possession nature. Nothing is possessing. And when nothing is possessing, what a relaxation. Now, I've truly seen anicca, dukkha, anatta through this sutta, through that only line. I am kayo rupi, mahabhuta, from that onwards. Right? So before I went into the Samatha, I recited this so that when I come to Vipassana, I can bring it. So I told you the story of my Kurt's buying today and how I sat looking at that stopwatch, came into Samatha, then went into Jhanas, then came into Vipassana. Now, after finishing Vipassana, what happens? It gets into Shunyagara because it's empty. The consciousness has got released. That means Cheto Vimukti. That's all. Very simple. So, how should I practice? Do your work, sit comfortably. I'm asking sitting, not standing, not walking, not lying down. Just sit. Don't close eyes. If you're looking distracted by worldly things, like in the Janapada Kalyani Sutta, then put a stopwatch. Just watch that stopwatch, the number. Slowly it will bring you to the breath. Then instead of the stopwatch, observe the breath and wait for the hindrance to arrive. Remove the hindrances. Then that allows you to get into jhana. Once you are in jhana, better to be in second jhana than four. The problem, what I'm facing now, is in four, it's making hard for me to speak. So I feel like relaxing a lot because the words have to get formed. So I have to, there's a processing problem, meaning I'm feeling burdened by this processing. If I'm in joy, it's more easy. Now, if I'm in this second jhana, I can do Vipassana. Fourth jhana is the best for Vipassana. So now I did the Vipassana related to this Sakalu Udai Sutta. So just to state what I did, I looked at anicca. That means the circling of life, every day doing the same thing is anicca because it arises and passes away. I brush my teeth in the morning after eating. Again, you have to rinse your teeth. Passed away. The beautiful toothpaste no longer is there. I took a nice bath with body soap. The smell was really good. Then I had to swallow the saliva. It's again anicca. Then uchadana, maintenance, parimadhana. What do I do in parimadhana? In uchadana is to cleanse it and do everything, clothing, etc. Parimadhana is to massage, change posture, rubbing, itching, etc. etc. So I'm seeing my body, not that I'm reciting it. So I'm watching, oh shit, I need to keep on doing this again and again and again and again and again. And Vedana is happening. It takes me to the Vidhamsana. It's total dispelling, disintegrating, shattering. So that's the Dhamma, it's nature. Ayam kayo, ayam ko me kayo rupi chatu mahabhutiko, mata pettika sambhavo, odana kummassa upachayo, anichu uchadana parimadhana vedana vidhamsana dhammo idancha paname vinyanam etta sitam yetta patibadhanti. So this vinyana is stuck on this. So what does this vijnana do? It is tethered, roped to this. It's bound. Can it become unbound? Yes. If it knows anicca, dukkha, anatta nature of this, then yes. So by looking at anicca, uchadana, parimadana, I understood anicca, bhedana, dukkha, vidhamsana, anatta. And I am released. Chitta vimukti. That's it. That's the end of suffering. So what do I get? Ragakhayo, dosakhayo, mohakhayo, nibbana. Okay, so how much time did it take me to get into nibbana? That's it. I don't have anything more to speak. Even if you don't have anything more to speak, we can close the session. No questions? No comments? Okay. Yes, sir, you go ahead.
Quick question. Practically, what's your breath per minute in fourth jhana?
1. Now it is, if I check with this thing here, it'll show me. The lesser you have, the better you get. Any questions from anyone who are not on video? Yes, Madhukarji. Can't hear. Some sound is coming, that's all. Madhukar, only noise was coming, so I just made it. No, I have muted you because noise was coming. Only the noise is coming, can't hear anything. is anicca uchadana parimaddana bhedana vidhamsana in your that mic. Yes, we'll talk later on. No problem. Okay, so let's end for the day, and if we don't have anything else. So this is a practice I would do for Vipassana. So Samatha, Jhana, Vipassana, Shunyagara, provided I have Sila. So five things, what Buddha says. That since I doing it, I expect the lay follower who is giving me food to do this, to get into the next higher stages. That's what the sutta talks about. Akankeya sutta. If I wish, for that I need to be in that state, to wish somebody else to be there. It's so nice state to be in. Especially operating from the fourth jhana is the beauty. You don't have to breathe. You can be relaxed. It's burden not being there. And hence Buddha has only four jhanas as Samma Samadhi. No need for Arupa jhanas. Okay, so it's today's Guru Purnima day, and people are sending messages, and what a way to be in Vipassana and in Nibbana. So, can you achieve Nibbana without Vipassana? No. Can you achieve Vipassana without Jhana? No. Can you achieve Jhana without Samatha? No. Can you achieve Samatha without Sila, Indriya, Samvara, Bhojane, Matyanutta, Jagariyani Yoga? No. It would be a total false understanding if somebody says, I can do Jhana, sorry, I can do Vipassana without Jhana. He's talking wrong. He's misquoting the Buddha. So what I need to do, I need to come to DN 16, Mahaparinibbana Sutta. So before I close this, let me tell you Chatu Mahapadesa Katha. Upadesa. Upadesa means advice after he's gone. Somebody says to me that Vipassana is possible without Samatha. Take it. Yes, it is possible under circumstances, certain circumstances. In Yuganda Sutta, Sariputta explains some people can directly attain Vipassana without Samatha. That is Ugatitanyu and Vipachitanyu. Maybe, yes. Somebody can only attain Samatha, not Vipassana. Expected. So he talks about those. But either way, the core insight I need to get is neither blindly accept nor reject. Examine carefully by coming into Sutta and Vinaya. So, the number one, a claim that Buddha said so. You ask which sutta, like what Aryu keeps on doing or Bobby keeps on doing. I heard this directly from the Blessed One. At present, we don't have that Blessed One business. So I heard it. Sorry. Show me the sutta reference. A Sangha or a leader or elders teaches this. No, check it in the sutta. Third one, we have retained a tradition. It was lost to the world. It was carefully preserved. And that's what we teach. And several learned people have taught us. Okay, check whether it's there in Sutta and Vinaya. If it is not, don't accept. The last one learned elder does it. He's very famous. Sorry, famous does not mean it is there in the sutta. If it is not there in the sutta, I don't have to accept it. I have to accept only what is there in sutta and Vinaya. That means I can't take something even if it is there in Abhidhamma, because Abhidhamma is not recognized by the Buddha. As far as DN16 goes, as far as Chatu Maha Upadesa, okay, advice. So the common procedure I need to follow, do not instantly approve it or reject it. Take it, verify. Now that we have ChatGPT, it becomes easy for us to verify. Compare with the suttas. ChatGPT does it very well, but you verify whether ChatGPT is doing correctly or not, or any AI tool. Check against Vinaya once. Because if somebody says, I'm using this discipline, check with Vinaya. Step 5, hold it. Slightly hold it, relax before you take a conclusion. And go by what Sutta says. Don't go by anyone who says. Including if I say something, you should verify. No. Don't blindly follow that, oh, Vilas no Sutta, so he should be right. No. He might be right, absolutely true. But check. Ask him, give me the Sutta reference. Which section exactly are you talking about? Like this Anichuchadana Parimadhana Vedana Vidhamsana. Where is it? MN 77. Go and see it. So that will resolve blind faith following. Going on traditions without examination. Charishma without verification. Or worse, institutional pressure. There's an institution and never follow occultish. However good, however popular they may be, never follow. If it has become cult, if they say only these people get it, that people doesn't get it. If you agree with me, I'll give it to you. If you don't agree with me, I'll not give it to you. Or if he charges for Dhamma, no. You donating is different than he's charging it, or that institute charging it, or that agency charging it, or they say we are constructing this, so please do something. That is also not the right way. If you feel you want to participate in that construction on your own accord, it gives you happiness, you should do it. If you are forced to do something, then you feel unhappy, but you get greedy to take that. So you do something what they say. Like, I want to buy a site in Bangalore, and then I will ask all the people, please donate. The question should be, why do you want a site? Like that. There should be a reason. And who's going to maintain? So it becomes a good reflection, Vipassana, that really you require. If not, it's hoarding. So don't do it due to institutional pressure. So, number one, do not accept any method because a teacher says it. Do not reject any method only because if it is unfamiliar. Ask for the sutta and vinaya. Try it out and examine the result for yourself. And the result should be that whether the greed, hatred, delusion have reduced. Trust the Dhamma Vinaya more than personality or a tradition or a cult. Don't do that. So, from this MN 77, what I can learn is that Mahasakula Udai, how Buddha taught him, he told him what has been taught, does it fit within the Sutta and Vinaya? And he told him what to practice to get into Vipassana and then into Nibbana. This is what happens when I practice it. Does it lead to release? And I just now found yes. So I listened carefully, compared with the Sutta, know the Vinaya. I practiced it and got the result. So, in that way, no tradition, no personality, no popularity. Dhamma and the Vinaya is the only standard. So, don't go by anyone saying anything. Okay, it's there in the DN16, Upadesa. That's the final. And the final word of the Buddha is what? All sankharas are impermanent. Appamadena sampadeta. Okay? So don't worry about traditions, religion, customs, norms, anything said by this Bhante, said by this lay follower, said by that institute, that agency, whatever it is. It should be there in the sutta. And you should try the sutta way, not the tradition way. Okay, I think I should stop talking. I had forgotten the last part because this is Guru Purnima. So I thought, let me tell you what our Guru Buddha has taught before his parinibbana. 4 of them. Don't forget. Follow the Buddha. Don't follow the traditions. Even though they're helpful in your practice, keep them. Don't throw them, but don't blindly follow them because a popular figure says so, a tradition says so. No. Any questions, anyone on DN16? On these 4? Okay, then let's end for today and have a great day and great evening and great night. Bye bye.